Hi guys, my name is Pastor Blessing. I'm a pastor, of course, by the title. I just want to share with you how Christ has impacted my life and how I came to Christ. I know a lot of people, when they share their testimonies, they always speak of a supernatural, fireworks and everything happening. But mine was so simple. I grew up in a place where my family would go to church, so it was a Christian church. But of course, as you grow up and you are young, you get introduced into church, you go because you have to. So after some time, I made my choice not to start to go, because I felt like, I was like, you know what, it is an experience of my parents, but not my own experience. So as time went on, through early teenagehood, when I was around 16, 17 years, a certain young pastor that was at Bible college then started to say to me, it's time for you to come to church. So I'd always look for excuses. And then I remember it was on a Wednesday. They were having a midweek church service in the church, and then he just came to me and said, today you must go with me to church. And I said, okay, let's go. When I went there, it was an evangelist, not even the pastor, preaching. So when the evangelist was preaching, I then gave my life to Christ. From that time, I never turned back. I actually had that personal encounter, personal relationship with him, and then that passion. And then from there, God kept training me and teaching me. Of course, there were challenges that you'd have, certain expectations. You think that no, things will be fine because I've met Christ, it's like automatic. But you meet challenges, you face a lot of things that you face sometimes, to even second guess yourself, to say, was it the best choice that I've made? At times to begin to say, am I serving him correctly the way that I should? And of course, when I grew up, I said I wanted to be an evangelist, and this kind of evangelist where I work, make my money, and then afterwards just preach for free, because of the experience that I saw in terms of challenges that evangelists and pastors have in terms of support of the work. And then when I started to work, I was a manager. Then my pastor preached, and then he said, there's a number of you guys that God has called to perform this role of a pastor, but you are refusing for various reasons. Your things will never function very well until you step into alignment with your purpose. So I knew he was preaching to me, and then he said, you must see me after the service. I met him after the service, and then he started speaking to me about accepting the call and then the training of becoming a pastor. Ever since it was the best decision that I've ever made. I would have been a banker, a frustrated bank manager. I would be a manager in a training and team building place where I was working, but I would have been frustrated. This was the best decision in my life, and I've seen the Lord using me to impact a lot of life and being impacted, to learn and then learning. So that has been my personal experience. It was not fireworks, it was an issue of a decision. Remember, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believes in him. So it's to accept what Christ has done for me, and then just make a choice out of it. Because if it's a fireworks experience, you always want fireworks, but Christianity is not always fireworks. Like the baptism of the Holy Ghost, where they say the fire began to come on them and it rested on them. So it was a supernatural experience. But afterwards, when they began to do the walk into the trials, into the challenges, it was a decision. So it's the decision that you make before you get into it that determines whether you stay or not. So if you expect supernatural, you need to always be having fireworks and Christendom for you to remain. So that is how I came to Christ, and I hope it will help someone, and I hope it will inspire someone to just say, you know what, it's all about a decision. When you decide today where you want to go, life will follow your decision and support your decision. Thank you.